Welcome to the Real Aesthetic Podcast, a real deal on like aesthetics and stuff.
Oh, we've been rolling this whole time.
He was my gopher.
I'm your host, Alexis Arsenis. We're going to have a good time here. Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Aesthetic Podcast. Today is so different. I'm super excited because I've never had a comedian on. I actually haven't even gone to a comedy show in probably since I was 21. So I'm so excited to have a Boston comedian here, Gary.
I'm excited to be here, but let me start off by saying, first off, you don't have a comedian on here. I just think I'm fucking funny.
No, I think you're funny.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I know your whole post yesterday, you were like, don't tell people
that
you're funny because then all of a sudden
Well,
you
I have
start
this
doing
thing. You know
comedy?
how people tell people they're a great singer? Then
Yeah.
they go on American Idol and they're like, hey, you know what I mean? Don't tell. If someone's not funny, don't fucking tell them they're funny. They're going to get on stage. Guess what's going to happen? Fucking crickets. You know what I mean?
Was your first comedy show that you did that way? Did you show up and did
It was-
someone
it
tell
was
you
an
you were
open
funny?
mic. It was an
Yes,
open
Gary,
mic.
let's talk about your best bomb, please.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to hear about like what was the first time like?
The first time I went to a bar, shout out to Cagney's in Quincy, run by this girl, Shay. It was a lot of fun. It was great. It was other comics. A lot of open mics are other comics. So like if you can make them laugh, you know you're doing
Doing a good job.
something right. Like the second or third one, I went and there was like crickets,
Really?
which is funny because I was just invited to go back to this place to do a contest in May. In the bigger room, I'm like, oh, I'm going back.
Yeah, you have,
I got to redeem myself.
yeah, redemption.
You know?
Need that.
I need it.
So have you always been into like making people laugh and like do?
Uh,
Is this a newfound thing or
no,
how
no.
long have we been doing comedy?
I've only been doing comedy for a little over a year. I've been doing like social media comedy content for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Like a Snapchat, I got like 144,000 followers. I'm on my 8th TikTok account because they ban every single one of them. And
Why?
then Instagram,
Does he have
community
does he have
guidelines.
Potty
Like
mouth?
Britney Spears did a thing with, yeah, legit. Britney Spears did a video where she danced with knives and I clipped myself into it and made it look like I was ripping the knives out of hand. I was like, get out of here, you nut. It got like millions of views. Overnight, they banned it, wouldn't let me appeal it. That was my last TikTok account before that.
Really?
Yeah,
They won't let me go live. I don't understand.
they won't let me go live on Instagram right now.
Oh, really?
I cannot go live on Instagram at all. TikTok bans me all the time. Like you said something, you try to sell something. I'm like, what am I selling? My ass? Like, what are you talking about? Sell something?
You're like, I wish I had something to
Yeah,
sell.
I got. Are you kidding me?
like,
It's
tickets
unbelievable.
to my show, maybe?
Yeah, I started the comedy. I wanted to do stand up. I was driving trolleys, giving crime tours
Really?
in Boston. Yeah, you know the headset, like, hey,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. You know.
No way. You were
Yeah,
that
why do
guy?
you bulge in North End, and then talking about my own bullshit that I went through and all that. And then I quit one day, December 2023. I'm like, I'm done.
How many years were you doing that?
Couple of years, and I'd done it years before that for a year in Cambridge in 2016 when I'd first gotten clean.
So you're
back
like
in
the
day.
guy. If you want to know anything about Boston, you're the guy.
Oh, I'm the guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like follow me around Boston,
No.
but if you know what I mean. Yeah, I started doing stand up like early last year, and I didn't take it as serious last year. Like I started doing Capo. Shout out to Will Noonan at Capo in South Boston. He's
Mhm.
amazing.
I haven't been there. I heard it's really cool though.
It's so nice, and he's hysterical. He's open for Andrew Schultz, everybody. He headlines all over the place, and he's been great. I've become like a regular there, so it helps me, work because I'm
yeah.
trying to get more and more time. And then I don't know, I started meeting more people, networking, and it's been going good.
How do
Slow,
you
but
get your
good.
material? Like, do you just come? Like, is it just coming to you
It
naturally?
so
or?
it'll just come to me in a conversation with people. I'll write up my notes, or I see a news headline. Like, for example, I'll just say Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, he messaged war plans in a group chat to his family. And I thought to myself, wow, someone in a position of power like that's so inept. But then I thought, at least he didn't send a dick pic to a work group chat like I did high on fucking heroin. I'd rather send war plans. I'd rather send war plans to the enemy than have Susan from accounting fucking me the next day because she saw the piece. Yeah, so stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean?
How did that end up? How did that work out?
It's.
Did you go to work the next day and everyone just kind of didn't say anything to you?
I went to work with a cup on,
No.
with a jock strap. No, that didn't really happen, but I have accidentally sent it to the wrong
I see.
person.
At first, when I thought you said that, I thought you were
No,
referring to
I
like.
have actually. A lot of comedy comes from truth. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a lot of my comedy is based in truth. Like most of it actually is.
I like the ones when you think you pretend to get pulled over.
Oh, I love those. So how funny is it? The shout out to Alba in Quincy and Hanover. I was talking to the owner of Alba. He goes,
I used to live right there on west of Chestnut. I used
Really?
to live right there. Yep.
So he says to me the other day, he's like, my Stady friend sends me your videos, and it's me like mouthing off to his Stady in the video. I'm like, oh God, I hope they don't know my license plate. You kidding me?
So where do you see yourself? Are you trying to make this like a full-time gig? Is that what we're doing? Are you doing something else on the side? Like, are we fully committed to comedy?
I don't usually tell people this, but I ghostwrite comedy for like OnlyFans creators. I don't know if you ever seen them pretend they're Taco Bell or real estate
No.
agents, and on Instagram Reels they do these little commercial things to like promote the links in their bios. I went viral with a couple of them, and I do that on the side. But yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, it's so weird. Social media is wild. Like if Instagram's not going to monetize me, I'm going to fucking monetize myself.
Yeah, that's a good. I would have never. I didn't
This
even know
is
that was
why
a
I
thing.
wanted you to have him on your show, because that's a huge, you know what I mean? Like you talk, we've been doing businesses and talking about local businesses and stuff like that. This is technically freelance, you know what I mean? But it's still, he is his own
Yeah, you're like your
income.
own. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Because
why
I don't know
it's
how to do any
important.
of that. I just learned how to add someone to a live earlier today when I was on a
like
live.
not to be Vivalgo, but a girl did a video when I'd quit working. I was like, you know, I'm unemployed. I'd saved up some money. I'm like, I'm on Instagram. I'm like, I'm going to ramp up the content a little bit. And she did like a video where she was dressed as a Taco Bell employee. And she's like, you got a Baja Blast. You trying to blast your load all over me? I green screen Taco Bell and I made it look like I was outside. And I was like, I'm next. Just over here next.
Yeah.
I got like 7 million views. I got a message from her a month in. And she goes, would you do 3 of those videos a week? I'll give you $100 a video. And I'm like, yeah. A month into that, I'm like, you know, I could write these, right?
Really?
And then I started, and she's like huge. She has like a bunch of accounts, millions of subscribers on YouTube.
And when did you
everything.
start doing this?
Over a year ago.
So you're like
I don't really tell
not a
people.
spring chicken 20-year-old doing this. You're just like, you just figured it out. You hacked it before all, like,
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Like I always wanted to write comedy, probably not like this, but like I still think it's a lot of fun, and it's, even though it's ghost writing and I don't get the credit, I don't really care. It's just a lot
as long
of
as
fun.
you get paid.
And I see my work out there, and it's so funny to see it like acted out. Like, are you kidding me? This just got like, one of them got 30 million views.
That is so crazy.
It was a dumb dick joke. You know what I mean? Like
I get like 2,500 views and I text Nick and I'm like, oh my God, this is the
Well, it is.
coolest thing.
I was there too. It's exciting. Like the more people I can make laugh, the better. That's why I got into comedy, period. I think if you go into it wanting money, that's fine. You get it.
Yeah.
I don't. Obviously, everyone wants money. I live back at home. I want money. I'm
I
gonna
know.
be
Do you
40,
live with Dad? I was going to say.
100%. Yeah.
I know all you Southie boys are the same.
So listen.
You're all the same.
All right. I'm not going to use this as an excuse. My sister died like 8 years ago, right? So I use that as an excuse. One kid, they need me.
They need you.
She's gone. They need me. So I'm going to go
Did your
home.
mother there too?
Yeah.
Look at
My
you.
brother-in-law and niece are upstairs, and me and my parents are downstairs. It's a big
Typical
compound.
Southie.
Typical. Brother-in-law's a retired cop from Southie. My father's a retired captain from South Bay, and I'm an ex-con. It's a fucking. You should see the golf outings. It's incredible. Everyone hides their wallet from me. Look, I haven't stolen anything in 12 years, you pricks. It's unbelievable.
I love it.
Yeah, I feel like we were just talking about this. It's always the bougie North Shore chick that falls for the South Boston Dorchester chick. Every time. And know what's messed up?
It's a love story for the ages.
It really is. He's great in every category. Just loves heroin a lot.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
put.
God. He did.
Honestly,
It's the
it's
truth.
so fucking true because I did heroin.
Yeah.
I was on opiates from like 19 to 33, and the last 3 years of the opiate abuse was heroin. Like I was never out in the street. I never shit a needle. I luckily escaped without disease or anything like that. I was very lucky. People enabled me, but I'm lucky. You know, I haven't done opiates in 12 years.
That's amazing.
I was clean for 2.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I always say I don't want a pat in the back for being a normal.
No,
but that's a huge accomplishment.
It is
It's
because
hard.
I've lost a lot of friends. We all have like people I loved, everything, you know. But I smoke and I drink on occasion. I was sober completely for 2 years. That's how I learned comedy too, going to AA and giving commitments.
Oh my God.
Like when you get up in front of a room with 300 people at BC High one night and you're like, yeah, getting sober is great except for the weight gain. My tits are bigger than half the girls I'm dating. And the whole place laughs. You're like, all right, I might be able to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And then you do a trolley and you got all these different groups of people from all over the world.
Just cracking up laughing at you.
I'll tell you something funny. I lost 80 pounds since last year. I used Wegovy, right?
Love it.
How about a year before, I give a trolley tour to the makers of Wegovy, Novo Nordisk.
Mm-hmm.
A week after that, I give a tour to the insurance company who approved it a year before I even knew I was doing it. So talk about like art imitating life or like, yeah. So isn't that wild?
That's wild.
Yeah. So
I think that people, I know you said you don't want to pat on the back, but I think that's a huge thing because people go and struggle with addiction so bad. And when they get through it, they think like, oh, I'm out of it. But it's still something that you struggle with like all the time.
Like my biggest thing to tell people is like, get help if you're like listening. Like, I know it's so hard to admit it, but they'd rather see you get help than see you die or do.
Yeah.
Like, I had to hit rock bottom to get help. I had to do some insane shit
Yeah.
to finally get me to stop. You know, I had like spurts of sobriety throughout my 20s, and I always wanted to do stand up this whole entire time. But the fear of getting on stage, like if you saw the first few times I got on stage,
I went way down and I was like creeping your Instagram and I was like, wow, he's a lot funnier now. But like, not that you weren't funny,
no,
but like your presence, like
Yeah.
you just like owned the stage, like you just have your own way about you.
I'm definitely way more confident now. Like, even I have comedians, it's such a compliment and an honor to hear these people be like, you look such like a natural. Like, you've been doing it for years.
Yeah,
I think that's the secret. It's like you just have to act like, you know.
you got it.
Yeah.
So how else do you monetize? Like, are you monetizing TikTok too? Is that like
TikTok
a thing?
pays shit.
Yes, yeah.
Once
I don't
in
know
a
any of
blue
this.
moon, I'll go viral. Like, they just, I feel like I'm shadow banned on TikTok, just like Snapchat Spotlight shadow ban me. In 2021, I made over 200 grand on Snapchat when they were giving $1 million a day to be split amongst the top creators. I got the top viral video in the world twice in like a month.
That's awesome.
It was great. But then all of a sudden they start shadow banning me, and then they're only doing like this little monthly thing, and they're not even doing that. I'm like, they won't verify me. People are making money on their Snapchat stories because they put ads in between the stories.
Yeah.
I have 140-something thousand followers on Snapchat. They will not verify me.
That's so dumb.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
So are you don't pay,
So
don't you get verified too, like paying for like the blue check mark
yeah,
too?
so I've paid for the blue check mark for over a year. The main reason I did that is because my account was stolen once. They were about to steal it again, and I heard it protects you. And honestly, I haven't had a problem since.
See, I haven't paid for the blue check mark
So
yet.
the blue check,
I've been making fun of some of the people I know that pay
I
for
did
it.
too, and then people made fun of me, and then people who made fun of me did it too.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, it
me
seems to be
now.
working for Gary.
I was just talking about it.
I just think it's one of those things where if you're trying to do something, a lot of people don't realize you can pay for it, and then it's just one of those things where it adds like a little flair, like, oh, he's and it worked. Like, but I really did it to protect my account. I don't want my account stolen.
Well, I think it makes sense for you where you have like hundreds, thousands of followers. For me, they're like, oh, she has 2,000.
Yeah, so what? Still do
but
it.
I feel like we're just going to do it. I was actually just talking to Nick about this because I was like, maybe it's something that I should do.
Nick, with a studio this nice and a whole setup, and this is like a great thing. Yeah, do it. Blue check it.
I mean, on top of everything else, the follower thing, like subscribers on YouTube and followers, it's all kind of dead. It used to be the only metric for success.
Yeah.
But like you said, monetizing your content and your lifestyle through, you know, ghostwriting, whatever it is, like finding ways to make it work for you that's the main thing. If you're paying your bills, like who?
Yeah. I'm just like fortunate enough where I've made enough money where I can afford to go to these gigs because a lot of them are free. Like, I'm just now starting to be a paid comedian. I just started. Like,
that's so cool.
Just
what
so
an
you guys know,
accomplishment
I can get. I have up to 10 minutes on stage. I'm not at the 15 minutes or the half hour people need to headline. I'm not there yet. I'm working my way toward it.
Which you should be only a year in. I mean,
yeah. I'm like doing the best I can. I've come to find that I'm so comfortable now that if I am not going off my jokes in my head, I'm riffing. Like, I'm riffing with the audience. I'd call it a little bit of crowd work.
Yeah.
Like I did Glovebox. Shout out to Glovebox in Faneuil Hall too as well. They're incredible. It's above the Point Bar every Tuesday, and Will Noonan and Capos every Wednesday at 8 p.m. These comedy nights have helped me. The people I've met and networked with. Glovebox Comedy is starting a TV thing where they're doing sketches. They're releasing real high quality comedy sketches, which is what I grew up on. Like in Living Color, SNL, and like Mad TV is why.
Yeah.
Part of the reason I wanted to get into stuff like that. But they've been great about
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When are you planning on going to Austin to do Kill Tony?
It's so funny. You don't know how many messages I get about this.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not?
You have no idea. I would probably shit my pants, Nick.
Why?
I mean,
what are you talking about?
It's
all bullshit, dude.
You want to hear something
Half
cool?
of them suck. Three-quarters of them suck.
It's so true.
See, I don't watch it, so this is a good thing
I just
for Nick
watched
to
the
say.
new special too, and yeah, I know.
The
I
one on
agree
Netflix?
Yeah.
Can you believe that shit? I'm sorry. Can we just talk about that for 1 second? Originally Kill Tony was supposed to be a Netflix show. They thought it was too raunchy or whatever, right? Like after he had done it for 10 years, they approached him and they were like, "We can do it, but we got to censor everything." And he was like, what are you talking about? Like, we're not going to do the show.
Yeah,
then,
you can't water me down.
Like, they wanted the planet, the bucket pulls, all this stuff. So they finally let him do it. The special, it wasn't bad.
No, I liked it. I thought it was funny as shit.
Trump
They're unbelievable.
The funniest
Sitting
thing.
next to Adam Ray and Elon Musk. Kyle Dunnigan is Elon Musk. So you guys are gonna love this. Alexis Fox is a famous adult entertainment actress.
Oh, I know.
Don't say.
I'm friends with her.
Yeah.
So I made a joke.
Really?
I made a joke about her going to film skits with her, and I was like, maybe we could film the other skits too. And I gave her the eye roll, and she goes, "Yeah, you just got to come out here and be tested and all this." I chickened out. I was like, "Oh my god, I had a chance to So
And
she
you
just
didn't do it?
Guess what she just went on? She was a guest on one of the Kill Tony live things.
You're kidding.
She goes to all these comedian things and these roasts. And she's so awesome, so funny, hysterical.
You should be like, hey, about that offer.
Yeah. I was like,
You can film it here.
I want to. The studio, by the way, would be perfect for that with the
We have
lighting
a
and everything.
we have a couch.
Just get my good angle,
Yeah.
please.
No.
Don't get me from the back. It's horrifying. Ever since I lost the weight, I have no ass. No, but I've been talking to her about stuff like that, and like, yeah, she should do comedy. She's hysterical, but it's just funny, like the people you meet through social media.
Yeah, I think that social media can be such a tool. You can meet so many people. Like, I never thought when I first saw you randomly came up in my feed. Like, it wasn't like I didn't even know who you were up until the day I messaged you, which was last week. So I'm flipping through and I'm like, wow, he's actually wicked funny. So then I'm like pulling through it, and I was like, you miss every shot you don't take. I'm just gonna see if he'll do this.
100%.
And when you messaged me back in like 5 minutes, I died. I was driving home and I texted Nick
I
and
got
I
the
go,
text immediately.
holy shit. I go, I'm like a nobody. He wants to come in the
Nick,
studio.
imagine this is the first female excited that's excited to talk to me in about a decade.
No,
Well,
You know what
yeah. I mean, Alexis, she's like, listen,
Once this gets out there, the female's going to see this, like, oh, she had him on, and Alexis is all excited. They're like, she hasn't gotten to know him
I was
yet.
going to ask, like, you got to piss people off.
Oh,
with some of the stuff
your
that you
DMs
say.
must be
I
insane.
mean, I know that it's like jokes and all that other stuff, and that's what's funny. You know what I mean?
All
Like
right.
people. So there are people who legitimately don't understand comedy, but on top of that, not everywhere Southie. So like,
yeah.
people that see your shit that
I went through a breakup in like the fall last year, and I was like, I'm going to hit the content heavier, focus on myself.
Yeah.
And I saw my analytics was like 70% male, 30% female.
Yeah.
I thought of this Boston guy thing. And when I thought of it, I thought like women can relate to this, which had happened. They were tagging each other, sending it to each other, being like, remember that guy on the OCs or this, we're all fucked up at the bar, talk to her like that and blah, blah, blah. And it was so funny. Well, I had no inclination that I was going to get hit on. So that's how it started first. Girls in their 20s, 30s, 40s, women in their 50s, 60s, across the board, insanity. I was like, holy shit.
hitting on you
Hitting on me. Wild.
with the crazy stuff that
Only
you say.
fans,
I
girls
was
with
gonna
hundreds
say,
of thousands
what?
of creators. Anything you can think of, like
How do you do with the non-binary crowd?
that happened too. I'm a fan of everyone, just so you know. Just because I'm from Boston, I'm a very open-hearted guy.
There it is.
No, so like
Very accepting.
I started getting the hate messages. I got hate comments.
So that's what I was talking about. Like, so
a lot
how
of-
crazy
Yeah.
does that get?
A lot of hate comments are like, this is disgusting. Why would you think this is funny? I don't know. Why
Right.
did thousands of other people think it's funny? Why did millions of people think it's funny? Because it's a joke. If you don't like it, you know what you can do? You can just scroll. If I
Right.
sat there and
Yeah.
commented on everything I didn't like, I'd have no life.
Right.
But
Right.
these are the people who have no life. And some of them are anonymous comments, so you know it's haters, you know it's other creators. I'm not like, I'm hip to the game. I know some of it's just trolls and all that other shit, but there are people who just have their name and their profile and they're not afraid to write.
That's what's crazy
You're
to me.
disgusting.
That's wild.
Or the throw up thing. This
Yeah.
is gross. That's the whole point of the joke. The
It's to
guy's
give you-
vile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, I'm going to lick fucking cannolis out of your fat box. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Do you think I've ever said that to a woman in my life? No.
Well, that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
that's-
think that they take your jokes and they think that you're serious. Like they think when you go out and meet a woman, like that's your way of like
But
courting
the thing,
them.
Lex, you're 100% right. But for me, it's like, so that means that if you ever met Jim Carrey, you'd think he was actually the Grinch. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
So dumb.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, obviously, I'm exaggerating my accent a bit. I'm doing this and that. My accent is pretty thick. Obviously, I don't really
Yeah.
need to, but I just think it's funny.
It is funny.
And because I see other creators do it, and I see Boston actors horribly butcher accents that they grew up
so
around
bad.
because
It's
they're
so
so
bad.
far removed. Oh, if
The
you have to
town.
get like it's great. I love the town and
I
everything.
love the movie,
but some
but
of it's like, ah, fucking dope, like, bah. I just think that's so funny. So I'm gonna do my own version, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
So do you follow like Jake Botch and all them?
yes, yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. Oh my God. Italian.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? I love it. I love
He
everybody.
dressed like the Pope the other day.
Did he really?
Dude, it's so funny.
Unbelievable.
It's so good. I love it.
I had a Pope joke too. I think I had a couple of them. Anyways,
That's wild. I mean, I think that I don't know. I think everyone now just gets offended over everything. So
everything.
you have to be careful.
So-
but in the sense, but comedy, you can't be. You just have. It's a joke.
Alexis, I've been saying like I'm afraid to do Cambridge. I haven't in Cambridge yet. There's a lot.
I
of
was
comedy
gonna
over
say,
there.
I
I
would
have a
be
lot of comedian
petrified.
people I've become friends with lately who've done it. And they're always like, "Why are you afraid?" I'm like, "It's Cambridge." I used to give history tours there. I used to start at the Galleria, go up to Harvard Square,
I
back
used
to
to run
Galleria,
Galleria. Love it.
up a deck. See Galleria. You guys want to hear something funny?
No, please.
I got in trouble years ago. I robbed the same bank twice in Southie, right across the street from where I do comedy now, a Capo, Easton Bank. I'm sorry to the tellers and the staff. I was fucked up. So anyways, I get clean a couple years later. I'm giving comedy tours. When we go to Harvard Square, it's Cambridge Savings Bank, which is Ben Affleck robs at the beginning of the town.
Right.
On my lunch break, the 1 hour I'm not giving a tour, what happens at that bank?
No.
It gets robbed.
Are you serious?
The guy goes down into the subway. I guess they stopped the train and they grabbed him. Dispatch, everyone's joking. Where was Gary? I was like, I was at the gallery eating lunch at the food court. There's cameras, you assholes. I have a fucking alibi. I couldn't believe it. Like, what are the odds?
That is so wild.
I'm on my lunch break. I'm like, well, I think I was like pretty much 2 years clean at the time. I'm giving Charlie tours.
Yeah.
And someone robbed the bank in Harvard Square.
Incredible.
People, when I lived in Jersey for a little while, and everyone's like obsessed with people from Boston that are from Jersey for some weird reason. So when I moved down there, they were like, "Is the town like legit?"
Some of them, my DMs are girls from Jersey. Like, I gotta come up and see you, dude.
They're like fiend over like.
Yeah.
I remember
But
when
we
I was,
are similar if you think about it. Like, it's very similar.
It is and it isn't. I feel like
you said North Shore, right? People assume I'm from the North Shore because of the way like my videos come out. Like when I start talking about North Shore locations or something like that. You wouldn't believe how many girls thought I was Italian or from the North Shore. I'm like, I'm Irish.
No, yeah, I could tell that right. I knew the second I
you
was
know.
like, that's a type. I was like, I know that type.
Yeah, yeah.
But like,
I know that.
I was like, I know that type very well. But I mean, it's not the same like clicks as it is here. Like, there's a very big like there's Boston, there's South Shore, there's North Shore. The Cape no one really talks about. Western Mass, it doesn't exist. So like that's how it is here. Jersey, there's
Shout out to my buddy in Springfield. You heard that? You don't exist, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, like, is there a Springfield story? Like, I don't know. I don't really. There's no like group of Western Mass people. You know,
we got it all going on in the side.
Yeah,
of the state,
over
you know
here.
what I mean?
But Jersey's like, there's no like clear divide of where anything is.
Even the accents. I thought all of Jersey talk like that until I started meeting
talk
people.
like this.
Oh my God, a woman got on my trial
Oh my
one day.
God.
She goes, "My name's Karen. This is my daughter. I'm from Jersey." I goes, "Oh, you don't say. Get in the fucking back of the trolley, Jersey. I got places to be, all right?" The second she said, I'm like, I would have never guessed.
If
I'm from
I don't
Jersey.
drink anymore, obviously, but in general, I don't. But
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. But if I drink, it's this very weird accent that's like Boston meets Jersey meets New York. Because I lived in New York and Jersey for so long. But my mom makes fun of me all the time because if you get me going on something that's like, I'm like, I think someone's
Like a
an
spirited
idiot. And I'm like,
discussion, you
really
start.
go? She's like, who are you? You're talking, are you Jersey? Are you New, like, where are you from? And people ask me all the time. I'm like, I don't know. It depends on my mood today. But I don't try to do it. My sister thinks that I try to do it, but I don't. It just kind of.
I think it's so funny how everyone from around here, I know people without accents, with accents. Like take my friend Spirit Tiff, for example. We get together when we do comedy skits together. I'm like, where's your accent? She goes, well, it comes out sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, where is it?
I feel like for me, sometimes it comes out and it doesn't because of work. Like if I'm trying to teach
Yeah.
and I work with some plastic surgeons and if I say the word car, they're going to be like, what? Can you please explain that?
So
Can you spell it?
My mother used to always say to me, do yourself a favor and pronounce your R's. People are not going to take you seriously.
Yeah, that's what my mom said.
We kind of sound unintelligent.
Yeah.
I'm like, I went to Latin Academy. I played classical instruments as a kid. I don't give a fuck how I sound. I look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sound ridiculous.
I feel like nowadays it's more like a badge of honor than anything
Yeah.
else. You know what I mean?
I think I get, when I go to, like I haven't been in a while, but if I go to like New York and Jersey and they hear it, they instantly, you're treated different. Instantly, we'll get
what
like,
way? What do you mean?
if we went to this Italian place one time, my friend Erica's from New York, love her. And we sat down, the guy's like, oh, how many chairs or whatever? And I'm like, oh, I need this. And I was just like talking like we would. And he goes, you're from Boston. I go, yeah. He goes, oh my God, I'm going to get you the best table, whatever
oh, really?
you need.
Interesting.
Whatever you need. Like, we'll take care of it. A few appetizers on us. And I'm like, oh, cool. He goes, did you park your car? And I'm like, yeah, I parked my car. Friggin' Looney Tune. I'm like, all right, whatever. But they do. They like,
it had nothing to do with how pretty you are.
It had
nothing to do with what you were wearing. That's a free
yeah.
Let me tell you something. If I go into that same restaurant and start dropping my ass,
what do you
there's
mean?
no way I'm getting free appetizers.
Nick, you and I are outside drooling in the window while people are eating. We're like, wow.
Hey, we're here for the free stuff. Where is that? You know? Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Highly doubt it.
Hey, I don't know, but they were wicked nice. They were really cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing anything special.
She wasn't wearing anything at all.
I
That's why
was
she got in.
I was just going to say, it sounds like you weren't wearing much of
I
anything.
probably wasn't wearing much at all.
When I want a good table, I wear my little shorts, hoping at least one testicle is just hanging out. And they're like, listen, this guy needs a seat. They're going to hide him in the
That's hot.
back.
Yeah, we surveyed 1,000 women, and when they say, what's the most attractive thing about a guy? Well, when he has one nut hanging out of
One
his
nut,
shirt.
just one.
That's great.
I actually got a good story. I don't know if you guys know Reno's in East Boston. So I graduated from Savio in East Boston. I went there for 1 year, senior year. My mother worked at East Boston High. I love East Boston. And Reno's is like the best Italian food in the state of Massachusetts.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Been there a bunch. So I messaged them recently because I wanted to go by to eat. They're like, oh my God, come by. So I go there. We're sitting at the table. The woman comes up to the table in front of a packed restaurant and goes, I'd eat lobster rav from Reno's right out of your ass, and says the line from my video in the restaurant. I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. Everyone's just staring at me like, why'd she yell that to him? Oh my God.
Because like no one knows, like not a lot of people know who you are, but like.
But what you said is like the Boston thing. People
they love it.
They love it. Everyone loves it.
It's so, and I never understood why. Like maybe it's like dying out because Boston, there is no that old school feel. Even you go to Southie all the time to like walk around there. There's no one from. There's not that many people that are still from there that are there.
I honestly ran into 2 people during a walk the other day, and I nearly shit because the last time I even ran into one person on a walk, like I walk Castle Island a lot. Like I can't believe I run into people I know still. But you're right. The audience at Capo, it's finance bros. It's this. It's that. It's
very
young nurses.
You're gonna go to Cambridge, all hipsters.
But Gary, don't you feel like those finance bros and everything, they kind of wish they could be like a street guy from Southie?
You know how I know that? When I did the trolley tours on the weekends, I did potty trolleys with all those kids. They do.
That's what I'm saying.
They would gather around me. They would have hot women in the summertime with nothing on, hanging out of the trolley window, and the bros are gathered around me with their Zyn pouches, like just like this, like. So tell us this. Hey, I'd have the girls come up to me like, I know you're in love with Gary, but like we're trying to do an ice luge back here. Can you just come back here for a second? They're all fascinated by it. It's really true. It's kind of funny.
Well, there's just something I have to say. There's something like sexy about like the old school, like Southie Dorchester Irish kid. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
my husband's Irish, but like it's I don't know. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe that's my thing.
There's no fear, at least on the outside. You know what I mean? Like the confidence.
Yeah, they just will punch you in the face.
Yeah, but when the finance bros do it, when they're confident, they just come off like a bunch of douchebags. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's what they wear too. I feel like Boston guys have a certain style. Like you look normal. You didn't come here with like shorts on and like.
That's what I look for. When people ask
almost
me, like,
did. No, I almost did. If my legs weren't pale white, my legs are so white they get privilege across the country. No. I almost did. Believe me, I was like, I gotta wear jeans. I always look like I just got out of a halfway house. So that's how I dress. I dress like Adam Sandler. You ever seen him clothes?
I think you dress nicer than Adam Sandler.
Thank you.
Sure.
Sometimes.
Your t-shirt isn't down to your knees.
No, it used to be. When I was 300 pounds, it was. Definitely.
Yeah. You were 300 pounds.
I was 210 to 250 most of my life. My sister died in 2017. I kind of spiraled edibles, alcohol. No, thank you. And I got I went up to 330. Then I got down to 300. I got stuck at 300.
It's like we'll go over the thing that saved you, or was it?
I had a annual checkup scheduled for last March. Anyways, I went in there. I goes, I'm drug seeking, and my doctor started laughing. She goes, "What are you looking for?" I goes,
"You could have called
Ozempic."
me. I could have got it for you.
See,
I'll be I mean, it's not supposed to be a deal, but, I got a nurse practitioner that can take care of it.
See, these North Shore girls can get anything you need.
No. Is that what?
Yeah, it's because of their accent.
What's the deal with that though? Why was it always like the bougie North Shore girls? Was it never the bougie South Shore girls? Never went after?
Because there's money up here. That's why. That's why they're bougie.
See,
generally speaking,
like when I lived in Quincy, I couldn't get with it. I couldn't get with the Quincy crowd. They would be like, "You're a North Shore girl," and they wouldn't even be like. It was very weird. But I couldn't even when I was working and had South Shore accounts. I hated it. I was like, "Get me! You people are from a different planet. Like, what are you doing?"
So when I was younger, I didn't even like hook up with girls outside of Boston, not realizing I need to get the fuck out of there, period, and go outside of Boston because the Boston girls are dangerous. I told a joke the other night, and it's actually not even a joke. Any woman from Massachusetts, don't get them fucking angry because their accuracy is unbelievable. I saw my father melt off to my mother when I was a kid. She threw a fork at him. He put his hand up. The fork got stuck in his hand. It just missed his eye. He's like, she fucking forked me. I got hit by a coffee mug by a girl. She has the worst arm I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the carnival. She can't hit anything, right? She gets mad at me. That coffee mug hit me in the head. I was 20 feet away. No. So I try to date out of here now completely. Like, get me the fuck out of here.
But there's not that many girls that are even from there anymore, I feel like. They're all, a lot of them, unfortunately, a lot of them are not sober by any means. A lot of them are struggling really bad with addiction.
Yeah, so like people ask me, do you have an ick? My ick is people who drink too much.
Yeah.
I
Same.
drink. It's on occasion,
The
but
sloppy drunk.
it's the biggest turnoff known to man for me, anyways. That's like my only ick. I don't really have icks.
I was gonna say, do you have an ick?
Look at me. Come on.
No.
You know what I mean? You smile at me. I'm like, what are you doing later?
No.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I'm so easy. Nick knows. Nick's like,
Yep.
look at this guy.
Nick does know.
Yep. Nick knows.
The drinking thing, yeah, for me, it's like, I don't care if you drink, but then if we go out, like, I don't know, once a week, whatever it is, if they're just boring. Not everything's a anniversary dinner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if there's like ever a time, even if it's just one drink, if I'm like, really, we gotta drink that. Plus, it's $25 for everything these
Yeah.
days. You know
I'll
what I mean?
I got a mocktail the other day. $19.
A mocktail.
Why?
That's
It's
insane.
seltzer water and a little juice. Like, why? I'll just order a
Oh,
water
maybe the
and a
seltzer
juice.
water was imported.
Yeah.
$19.
Yeah, what, did they put a tariff
Do
on
I get
it
a
now?
fucking
Like,
back rub with
it? That's what I said. We went to that new restaurant, Bosa in Haverhill. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's
No.
like a new spot. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
And it was literally $19, $20 for a mocktail.
That's
and
out
I'm
of
like,
control.
Insane.
what?
Speaking of drinking, I'll tell you guys something. When I first became single, right, I went on a date with a girl. We were
Mhm.
talking for a few weeks, FaceTime. It was going great. So we met at a fancy steakhouse, right? And everything's going great. I'm like laughing the back and forth. I'm like, this is amazing. So 2-3 drinks in, I'm noticing she's starting to change. I'm like, oh, here we go. Don't let the ick come out. She starts being belligerent. She's talking rude to the server. I'm like, why the fuck did I even stay? So toward the end of the meal, I excused myself to go to the bathroom. And I thought, fuck this, I'm leaving. And I left it with the bill.
I would do the same
Did
thing.
you actually leave?
Yeah, but I know what you guys are thinking. It's okay. I got away because she was in a wheelchair.
Oh my god.
You guys weren't ready
Let
for
that
one.
poor girl
you
drink.
you guys
Let
weren't ready
her
for that
drink.
one. You know what I mean? You know,
It's crazy.
it happens.
Awful.
It
I love
happens.
it. I think that's probably one of my biggest icks too. I think it's one. Okay, not that.
But
it's an
I'm a
excuse for a girl.
I'm a walking ick. I smoke pot, and you can vape and not smell like it too. But I still like the flower. And for a
Yeah.
lot of people, that's a fucking ick.
I don't like when you get in someone's car and it smells like it. That for me, I'm like,
There's like, don't get in my car.
My
Yeah,
listen,
I know.
I'm gonna
I
be
watch his
44.
videos. He's sitting there
my
like,
car has smelled like that
smoked out
for
for
3 fucking
25 years.
decades. You don't want to be my niece is not allowed in my car. No one's allowed in my car.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna complain, get the fuck out of my car.
Yeah, I'm not just.
Oh, it's bad.
That's why I tip
It's-
drove.
Yeah, that
Like,
exactly.
I'll meet you there.
That's
Yeah.
exactly why. It's,
We'll
and
go into
honestly,
car.
she even said it. I goes, I kind of want to smoke for. She goes, yeah, good. You don't want to really smell like that, Gary. She's like, you know what I mean? She's right. She's 100% right.
For me, I have a control thing. So like, I don't like. I'm a real
Oh
control
wow,
freak.
my friend Tiff has a control thing. A lot of my friends have control things,
Yeah.
and all those friends happen to be fucking females. I wonder if that's why I never got married. Don't have kids that I know of.
Yep.
Control,
Yeah, I
That
control,
I know
alt,
of is
delete. Nick, control,
crazy.
alt, delete over there. Get
Just
me the fuck out of
casually
here.
tossed the that I know of in there. I love
maybe
that.
he has a little couple cherubs and doesn't.
Well,
know about it.
here's my thing, right? Someone goes, what would you do if someone, like as an adult, came up to you and goes, my mom didn't want to, because you were fucked up,
Yeah.
but you're my kid. I'm like, and they're like, I'm in medical school. I will be at that kid's graduation. Like, I taught him everything he knows. He's buying me a Mercedes. Everyone's like, what are you mad? You missed the beginning of his life? No, I skipped diapers, getting up in the middle of the
Yeah.
night. I'd be fucking ecstatic if a 23-year-old
Yeah.
man or woman came up to me and was like, you're my dad. I'm like, you're fucking right, I am. Let's
Yeah.
go. Six Flags.
As long as they're like, super successful.
Yeah, if they're not
very well off.
successful,
Yeah.
I know speak English. My name is Gary.
No.
Gary. I fuck out of here. Hey, my kid, I've been pulling out 2 minutes in advance. I pull out before I pull in. You fucking kidding me? There's a reason I don't have a kid. I'm either shooting blanks or I was fucking wore 2 condoms.
No.
You know what I mean?
2 condoms.
Yeah, well, some North Shore girls, you have to. I'm just kidding.
The
It's a joke.
smell. Ugh.
Oh,
Is this-
Enough. Oh
I'm
my
sorry,
God.
I just
Please, I
can't.
can't with the
Ugh.
smells. That's where you lose me.
what, the rubber
Yeah,
smell?
I can't. The
I know.
latex smell.
Any
I know.
smells.
I think smells are a big ick for me.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Put a clothespin on my nose. All right, let's
I'm
go.
like, oh, I can't. The smell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Clearly, condoms aren't a thing
I-
for me.
Yeah. We know you don't believe in them.
Oh,
You're pregnant?
sorry. No.
I
Is
thought
this
you
your
were just
is this your
chubby.
first? If you don't mind me asking?
No, this is my third.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I know. And this is my third girl. I have 3 girls.
I did
now.
a TikTok live one time. A girl from Minnesota goes live on me, like the split screen. She has
Yeah.
9 kids. I goes, what, you don't sit up and take a break?
No.
The fuck? Jesus
That's,
Christ.
That's it. 9's a lot. I don't know if I'd do 9. Maybe 4. Like, I don't like odd numbers.
I'm in therapy, right? You know what my therapist tells me yesterday? She goes, not that you need to hear about my life, but it was to relate to what I was saying. She's part of 24 kids.
oh my God.
Mom had 12 and dad had 12, like separate. I'm like,
and then
Brady
they
Bunch?
just Brady bunched it
oh,
together.
y'all be fucking. Y'all
Oh.
be fucking. That is wild.
That's a lot. Think of Christmas.
Listen, I know
holidays.
people who have like 4 or 5 kids, right? They go to multiple practices on Saturday. They come home.
See, I
They're
don't do
their
that
personal
shit.
maid. They're spending hundreds of dollars on Uber Eats and this and
No.
that. And everyone's like, aren't you so sad? Like, you want a kid? No
No.
offense. I don't want to. I am so fucking selfish. I can't even take care of myself. I live back at home. Yeah, I want a kid. Fucking right.
So
I've
for
moved back home
me,
7 times in my life. I'm
I'm a
good.
little different from me. Like I bought a farm for my kids, so like you're not doing sports. You can ride horses and stuff, but like I have the space. For
Okay,
you.
we could have prefaced with that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you have a fucking farm.
I have a farm.
I'd have 18 kids. Go out and ride a horse. Get the fuck away from me.
Like my kids.
I have 7,000
my-
acres. Yeah, no wonder why you're having a third kid. I'd have a fourth, fifth,
I
sixth,
have
seventh. Do me a
5
favor.
acres.
Go milk those fucking cows, you little shits, right now.
I have 5 acres, and it's just like Rob, my husband, makes fun of me. He's like, Alexis, what are we gonna have 1 per acre? I'm like, yeah, that's how it's gonna go.
One
you know?
kid per acre.
No, we just make a joke of it. But my kids are outside playing with chickens and
That's
like
unbelievable.
ducks and shit.
That is really cool, by the way.
Yeah, because it keeps them outside. I'm the whole iPad kid thing. Like I don't.
You're
I
one of
don't-
a few people, by the way, who are in the North Shore who have chickens. That
Well,
I know.
I moved out of the North Shore,
Oh, you did?
and I just moved out, and I bought a house, so I'm right over the border from
Oh, that's
Haverhill. So
incredible.
I'm like New Hampshire meets Mass, but I'm
Yeah.
like country enough where it's like great.
I used to date a girl from the North Shore whose parents moved to Pelham.
Yeah, really
That
close.
house was insane.
Beautiful.
Her dad was a contractor. I could not believe it.
I love
Acres
that
and
area.
acres.
I mean, if I had it my way, I'd move and have thousands of acres and build a big wall
Yeah.
and
what?
have no neighbors.
I'd be riding a goat.
Yeah,
for no reason.
just to do
Like
it.
just me riding a goat.
Just-
Fucking
But
smoking
I
a joint.
mean, I didn't want to be too far from here, and I felt like the studio would do better on the North Shore than
Yeah.
in the boonies of New Hampshire
Yeah.
to get people to come. So,
By the way, Wilco Media, great job with the studio.
Oh,
He's-
thank you. Thank you
he's
very
on-
much.
Shout out to your husband who only did like one thing, but
No.
Wilco Media is unbelievable. You know what I mean?
wait till he's gonna die.
I know.
You know
No,
what's so-
Rob's great. He's great.
I met Nick. I needed a promo video for downstairs, and I called a couple friends. They recommended him, and he walked in, and he had this long camel pea coat on, and he was like all done up, and I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. I'm like, who's this guy?
He honestly is. You know who he looks like? JD Vance. It
Yeah,
freaks me the fuck
oh
out.
my
Here we
god,
go.
No,
we get it all
listen,
the time.
I don't get
love
into
it.
politics. I don't like either side. I don't really care, but it's fucking unbelievable. He's not a bad looking dude. So
No, I think
Yeah,
he's a handsome
listen,
guy.
he got
I
like a
did not kill
Veritech
the
Vance
Pope,
thing going on.
No,
okay?
I was-
I did not kill the
Can you
Pope.
believe that? He's like, it's good to see you feeling better. Dude was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I feel better. All right.
Yeah.
Is he getting blamed for that right now? Is that like a
Oh,
thing?
what?
It's
I
just
made a
'cause
meme
he's
out
just
of
the
it.
last person that he saw in person.
A lot of people, there's a lot of memes. Even I made one out of it, right? Immediately
It-
made one out of it.
That's insane.
Incredible.
Yeah, very funny.
I do you ever get people that message you about politics and like ask you like, oh, you must be of this side?
Yeah, all the time.
How do you answer? How do you deal with that?
Straight up. I'll tell whatever you want to talk about. I'll tell you who I like and don't like. 100%. I don't care.
Okay.
Like if people really want to talk about like politics to me, I'm very well read.
Yeah.
So the people who want to talk always watch like one channel or listen to one thing and they're not fully informed and have
Mhm.
the whole story. I have the whole story. Even though I'm not interested in it, I read the news.
Yeah.
I just do. It's just something I've always done.
I'm
Plus, I'm in comedy. I want to read headlines so I can make a joke out of it. You know what
but
I
I
mean?
feel like it's good for you to know general like news anyway.
Here's
so
my
you
thing.
can
I
do
got this
that.
thing. I follow random people back. I'll follow men, women back. I just like to,
Mhm.
however I feel that day, right? If someone has a GoFundMe in their fucking bio, you're not getting followed back. If you got a fucking Trump or a Biden hat, you think, get the fuck out of here. If you're posting politics all the time, I'd rather listen to fucking cats fight.
Yeah.
I don't care. And if you people think these politicians care, you're out of your fucking
They
mind.
don't give a shit. about
Stop
you.
it.
No. I think for me, like I enjoy politics because I think these people it's so divided, and it's like
It's why this
it's
is
like
what
these
they
people are
want. They
from
want
a
us
different
divided,
planet.
though.
Or,
Yeah.
like some of these people, I don't know where you're from.
I will say I have a problem with politics. You guys know the tariffs, right?
Yeah.
The prices of everything went up.
Mm-hmm.
How about when I used to bang a single mother, I'd leave with like fucking all these juice boxes, fruit roll-ups. You know what I get now? 2 pretzel rods and 1 juice box per fucking visit. So the tariffs can kiss my ass. That's how I feel about the
That's great.
tariffs.
I think
Love
it's. I mean,
Don't get me started. Fucking unbelievable. Last time he threatened tariffs, COVID happened. I wouldn't threaten anyone with tariffs anymore. There's new viruses that'll be
was
released.
that a thing?
100%. During his first administration, that's my thing is it looked like it just happened to just come out of nowhere during a
Yeah.
fucking a tariff battle. No more tariffs. It's too scary.
I didn't even think of that.
I just always thought that. I don't know. I'm a weird dude, though. I smoke too much marijuana.
I'm big into conspiracies, so
Oh,
Huge
God,
into
like-
conspiracies.
I'm not getting into them. I promise. I'm not getting into them. I promise. But I'm usually right. So I mean, is it really a conspiracy if I'm right?
You know what I love? You said I'm controlling and I'm usually right.
Yeah.
Nick, what the fuck made you sit behind there and work for this woman? Are you fucking all right?
We're partners,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's easier.
Yeah, there's no bones about it.
Are you guys hiring?
Oh,
Are you guys, do you
potentially.
need an
Oh my
assistant?
God.
Potentially.
I can be
Yeah.
a doer, man.
Yeah.
I could
I
give
wish you-
Botox. Oh, you got to be certified for that. I would love
Yeah.
to do that.
You could do facials. I could teach you.
So when I went to a med spa, they were like, "You could use a little on your forehead." I goes, "And you could use a fucking muzzle. Mind your business."
No, I wouldn't. I think your wrinkles give you character.
Thank you. I think.
Like it's
That's great.
It's
That's
different.
what
I don't
say,
like.
I would use that on next time you're on a date, Gary. Say that to a woman.
my
You know
wrinkles-
what I mean? I think your wrinkles give you character.
I would
All right,
imagine.
I
Nick,
didn't
can
mean
you
it like
imagine?
that. I didn't mean it like that. You didn't have to twist it like that. But I feel like guys that have like listen, I deal with women that have no motion on their face at all. No, they can't move. They're frozen. If a guy was like that, I wouldn't love it.
Oh, I was with a fucking
would
frozen
be-
woman recently. Elsa, let it go. Like, what the fuck is up with? How many units of Botox
I
have you
also
got in the
don't
last
like-
half hour?
That's so
My
good.
other biggest ick is if guys have softer hands than I do. My
Come
husband's
here,
a construction
come
worker.
here, come here.
Like
No, come over here. You're gonna love this. This happened to me on a date. You ready?
Soft
She goes, "What's your
Not that-
what's your secret?" I goes, "Unemployment."
no.
Yeah.
So
I do nothing. That's what.
I do absolutely fuck all.
No.
You know what my calluses are? From driving to comedy gigs.
That's so funny.
But like that, I just liked the
I haven't
rugged
worked hard since
construction
Jesus was
guys.
Irish. Yeah, no, I do too. I mean, I
They're
like
all
a nice hard
Irish
worker.
guys that worked for Local 7.
Let me tell you something. I have an old joke. Don't let an iron worker come in you.
No.
It's an old joke because my buddies are iron workers. They get up at 4 a.m. They're driving their wives crazy. Their boots are gross, but they make a lot of money.
They
you know what I
do.
mean? Who doesn't want a hardworking man? Because I'll tell you what, if we're living together and your fucking light breaks, guess who's going to be up there? You on a fucking stool. I'm not doing it. Fucking kidding me? I'm going to fall on my head. It's not that I don't know how to fix the bulb. It's that I'll fucking die trying to do it. Like, oh, I got to fix my porch. You give me a hammer and nail, that thing is going through my thumb. I fucking promise you that. I've done every job you can think of. I've cut trees down. I've delivered dry cleaning. Anything you could absolutely think of. Trolley driver. I was
not a construction
a
guy.
male escort. I've done it all. Sorry.
I love how you threw
What's
that
the
one in
last
there.
one?
yeah.
I had one client.
You just
That-
called it a relationship.
We always
What do you
met at Burger King. I'm like, why do you want to be seen with me here? This is
What?
weird. They got a rodeo burger. I got a chicken fry. It was a fucking weird setup. I got a lot of money though.
Oh my God. Well, we're trying to keep these to what, 45, Nick?
Yeah, 45. Yeah. That
Okay.
works.
I just didn't want to like go over and you'd be like, Alexis.
Oh, don't worry. I was gonna look at that clock and be like,
I
You know what I
see.
mean?
I like to keep them to. I like to keep everything to 45.
can I ask
think
you
some-
what's going on in the back room there?
Josh is
Josh
editing.
is editing.
Oh, that's
That's the
Yeah.
editing.
is that
room.
really what he's doing though?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Josh, come on, let us know what you're doing back there, buddy. I don't believe it.
No. He probably can't
Look at
even
the
hear you.
smoke coming out of that room.
No.
Unbelievable. Josh's fucking fishbowl in the editing room. I should be back there, not in this chair. It's a nice studio. I hope
Josh
you got
is the-
ventilation back there, Josh.
He's plugged in.
The real aesthetic. You know what the real
Wow.
aesthetic is? Josh, high out of his mind back there.
That's right.
Our goal is actually to open. I want to buy a warehouse. That's the goal.
Yeah,
And
for
have-
like building
Rob,
sets
like Rob
and
Deerdeck.
doing the larger
Yeah,
things.
I
Yeah.
want-
Big like
yeah.
dream factory type. That would
I
be
want to
cool
have a
as
huge,
shit.
so that way you could do movies and stuff. But then you'd be able, for people that want to, you'd be able to smoke while you have.
Well, guess
your
what?
show.
You have a fucking farm, so tell Rob to get to fucking building.
Yeah. Maybe he should do something this time.
Yeah, Rob's
you know?
gonna
But-
do one corner of the fucking warehouse, and Nick's gonna do the rest.
Yeah.
We're all gonna be like, Rob's great. Fucking unbelievable.
I mean,
I
it
know
would
what
be
Rob
cool.
is good at.
Yep.
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
18 kids by fucking next April. How
That's
is that even
right.
fucking humanly possible?
That's right.
Oh, yeah. No wonder why you have a farm.
Right.
Fucking people.
Slave labor.
I don't even know how you have time to do a fucking podcast.
No.
Are
I
there
don't
any
know
kids
either. You should-
behind me?
No.
Oh, I just hit myself in the teeth. You got that on camera?
Oh my
Sorry.
God. Well, it was an absolute pleasure to
Where can,
have you.
people
Where
follow you?
Yeah, I was
Thank
just
you
gonna
for
say,
having
where
me.
can everyone follow you?
Boy from Boston 617 on Instagram and Snapchat. I mean, on Instagram and TikTok, but on Snapchat, it's just Boy from Boston. There's
And
no
then you have
617.
a show tomorrow night. So where's that?
I have a
at?
show tomorrow night in Chelmsford at the Chelmsford Center for the Arts with Nobody Cares Anthony Varela, Janelle Draper and her dad Ron, and the hilarious Alexis Cristaldi. And then I am hosting a live taping comedy special on Monday at Club Cafe for Will Noonan and Andrew Breen. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm so
a lot
excited.
of
Well,
fun.
hopefully, maybe Nick, maybe we should go tomorrow.
Yeah, tickets
Let's go on
are
a
at the
date.
link
I'll
in my
just-
bio.
Forget my schedule.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
just-
yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't have
whatever.
anything else going on. I will. We'll be there. I guess.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Let's go.
Well, remember, she's controlling, so you have to do what she says.
No, he's just as bad. Don't. He's just as bad.
Yeah.
He's
I can
me-
already
he's
see
me,
the
but a
dynamic
guy.
between you two.
Oh yeah.
It's,
Unbelievable.
it's loud.
It's loud.
It's loud. Yeah. It's fun, but it's loud.
That was like the car ride over with my friend Spirit Tiff.
Yeah.
She doesn't shut the fuck up.
Well, she has voices talking.
That's what I was just gonna say. She's talking to fucking everyone on the way over. I'm like, listen, my grandmother is not involved in this.
Her, though?
No, I can't. I cannot.
Can you imagine just like
I've
trying to go
I've
pee and
seen
all of
what
a
she
sudden someone's like, "Hi."
Before
Can
we
we-
even met,
Can I
hey,
just-
before we even met, I had a joke about this. I went to a psychic medium and she goes, "Your sister's always with you." And then later on that night, I was jerking off and I
Oh,
thought, "Oh
told
my
ya.
god!" I put the blanket over me. I'm like, "Hopefully she can't see." And then I thought my sister's looking. Why do those girls always come over? That's not that impressive. You know what I mean?
Do you know what's funny? Yesterday we were talking about you guys downstairs, like just planning on our week, and Nick goes, "I don't know if I believe in this stuff. I don't want spirits around all the time. Like, what if I'm just like in my room doing my thing? Like, are they watching me then?" And then
Yeah.
he was like, "What did you say about Santa Claus?"
No, not. Well, he said if Santa Claus can see you if he knows when you're asleep, he knows
Naughty
when
or
you're
nice.
awake.
Yeah, knows when you're
You know
sleeping.
what I
knows
mean?
you- Yeah.
Yeah.
He's watching too, creeper. You know?
Yeah.
No.
Can I tell you something? I know you guys got to wrap it up. I believed in this shit way before I met her,
Yeah.
just because of personal experiences I had. And I'll tell you right now, I'm a very tough nut to crack when it's like, I'm skeptical. I want
Yeah.
evidence, all this shit. I've seen it all, done it all since my sister died, crazy shit. Her and I are supposed to still do a reading. I've been so hesitant because I know I'm going to open up like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's not so much that I don't believe in it. It's I don't want to believe in it
A hundred-
because if it's real, right? Which listen, I'm a very spiritual person, whatever,
Me too.
Catholic, but also if it's real, then I got ghouls following me around everywhere.
If you go to her and you watch her clips,
I've watched all of them.
there you
I know.
go. There you go. It's fuck.
You guys were both the topic of the dinner table yesterday.
Oh no.
Which was really funny because it's like your Instagram versus her Instagram. It's totally different.
Radically wild, different Instagrams
I was
out there.
like, I told Rob, I go, "Hey, I'm going to do these 2 shows tomorrow." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." I go, "It's going to be so cool." He goes, "That's probably going to be your best filming day. You're going to have so much fun."
I
was
gotta
like,
be honest with you though. Someone from her audience has probably been in my DMs like, "Look at you, what's up with you, kid?" You know what I mean? So you don't know that. We don't know.
But it was a pleasure to have you here. Hopefully everyone checks you out on Instagram and
Thank
everything.
you so much for having me. This was great, guys.
Follow us at TRA.studios on Instagram and the Real Aesthetic Pod. This will be posted probably on Friday at noon, so check it out. See ya.